Brothers and sisters in faith and in humanity, what's up? Peace be upon all those who genuinely seek peace and work for it. My name is MuslimGamerTV, also known as Rock, and I start this stream like anything else I would start, in the name of God and with thanks to Him. This stream is of my gameplay of Diablo 4, leveling my Druid, who's currently at level 82, so it's kind of the last 8 levels of mid-game leveling. The game is for mature audiences only, so this stream is also for mature audiences only. If any of us to come on this stream would not please God, then it may be partially on me. Still, there are things that I might not have been aware of and over which I have no control, like what some game developers may include in their games and what other players say or do in multiplayer and cooperative games, and what the stream audience may say in chat. All of this is out of my control, obviously. Unless the chat messages are too many within a few seconds, I eventually respond to almost all polite chat messages. Still, I'm sometimes distracted by the game itself, so I ask you to please be patient if I don't respond immediately. My usual disclaimer is that I am Muslim, but I do not represent Islam as a belief system or Muslims in general. I only represent myself. And unless clearly and specifically stated, or I'm talking about verifiable facts, historical or scientific, my opinions are my own, especially my mistakes. I currently do not constantly talk or provide commentary while streaming, so you may sometimes get hours of silent gaming from me. But occasionally on my streams, inspired by something that happens in-game or by your messages, I talk about various subjects like religion, science, health, and of course games and game design. I try to make my talks informative or at least beneficial somehow. If you choose to watch my streaming or archived streams, then I hope I've prepared you very clearly for what you may expect. If you like the sound of all this, I would appreciate a follow from you on my Twitch channel, and a subscription on my YouTube channel here, where I am currently streaming this. And I mention this for the record because I archive some of my, or most of my Twitch streams too on YouTube. I don't know, I returned after 2 years of quitting, so I don't know if the feature still exists. There is also a Patreon link in the About tab of my Twitch channel and in the description of most of my videos here on YouTube if you would like to support this stream and see more. I look forward to chatting with you sometime on stream. Thank you, and let's jump to the game. As usual, when I'm starting with a new class like this, I'll just a quick introduction of my gear and skills for anyone curious. This is the helmet that makes the werebear form the permanent form. No, sorry. This helmet is not mandatory. It's just I got lucky, I guess, with it. It's it makes Earth skills werebear skills too. So the nice thing about this helmet is that it allows me to use Earth skills without getting out of werebear form, which synergizes well with this ability here. When you remain in werebear form for at least 16 seconds, your next non-defensive skill will overpower. So it's basically, as long as I'm in werebear form, I get an overpower every 16 seconds from this skill upgrade provocation. So now this here helps with that. It allows me to use any earth skill without getting out of werebear form, without losing the overpower, which is quite nice. And I did this here in Earthen Bulwark. It's very unfortunate that I didn't get this I didn't get this. I mean, I would rather have gotten this, to be honest, for the companion skills. I would have rather received an item that makes my companion skills werebear skills, so I don't have to switch out of werebear to, because I really like Poison Creeper. I really like it, but I had to give it up. I had to give it up because it takes me out of werebear form. And I kept, yeah, as you can see here, I kept Earthen Bulwark, and this wasn't like really worth it. And this is also an earth skill, so I can use this too if I want. I mean, I might actually consider using it, but we'll see. So these are the ones that are affected by this piece of gear: boulder, the petrify, and the boulder, and then Earthen Bulwark. And of course, none of these are worth taking if I'm playing the pulverize build. So that's pretty much it, really. Earthen Bulwark, which I took already, and yeah, boulder, no. And then, yeah, petrify. I actually consider, now that I can use it, I'm considering to switch to it at some point. I'll see like how it feels and goes. Especially with against the butcher. My druid has been having problems with the butcher when he shows up in dungeons. I mean, against bosses, the critical damage bonus is increased to 50% multiplicative, and its duration is increased to 7.5%, 7.5 seconds. So that's not too bad, I guess. Having like 7.5 seconds of 50% multiplicative critical strike damage against bosses and the butcher and stuff. I'll see, and I'll think about that. This versus this one, what this one does is makes you unstoppable, and it lasts for 12.5 seconds, gaining 20% bonus damage and 20% damage reduction. And the damage bonus is increased by 3% each second while in this form. So this actually the 20% damage bonus increases by 3% for each second, so it can go up, quite a bit actually. Compared to this 50% extra critical damage, I don't know. Maybe this is quite decent actually in this build. And this one here is, yeah, this is the one that keeps me in where's excuse me. This is the chest armor that keeps me in werebear form all the time, or makes like werebear form the so-called true form, which means the permanent form. Just gloves with pulverize for the shockwave pulverize, which is a very nice change to the pulverize ability, along with making it here an earth skill. So this one here turns pulverize into an earth skill, and this one creates a shockwave, and the shockwave has a very long range, so I absolutely love this skill. This is just a random leggings, and this shoes, it has like movement speed innate in it, or like actually I put, like, I kept re-rolling the affixes until I got movement speed, and then I also put the slaughter movement speed aspect on it to increase my movement speed as much as possible. And this is, I don't know, I was actually shocked by this necklace. I'm not sure like how exactly I kept using this. Like, yeah, maybe I didn't play like my druid that much, so I definitely need a proper upgrade to the necklace, as you can see here. And this is a read as inexorable will. When casting an ultimate skill, and again in 5 seconds after, you pull in distant enemies and deal X damage to them. So this is a very nice also skill. I like unique. I like it. And this is a low level Mother's Embrace. I'm using it mainly because it returns 35% of the core skill cost, which is, you know, the Pulverize, which is my spammable skill. So returning 35% of it when it hits 4 or more enemies is very nice. And that's it. So this is the, and these are the spirit wounds I'm using. Thorns just for extra damage. I could switch to reduce damage from elites if needed at some point. And then increased critical chance and increased critical damage. And this one here extends the duration of ultimate skills. So this kind of synergizes with the ultimate skills and the ultimate skill I picked. And nature magic skills have up to 10% chance to reduce the cooldown of your ultimate skill by 2 seconds. So this also is very nice because it can keep me getting back to that ultimate. So these both synergize well with each other. And for the rest of the abilities here, this is pretty standard. I mean, well, not standard. It can be standard for the permanent werebear form. But yeah, the standard is Storm Strike. I'm using it just so I don't get out of werebear form. And here he's increased the cost, but also increased the damage, generate more spirit, critical strike chance against close enemies, damage reduction in werebear form, and the Pulverize, pretty standard. And it's luckily in my case I've got like a few items that are increasing it very nicely. The damage is very nice. And then this is also being increased by items. Earthen Bulwark, defensive, pretty standard. And this increases my non-physical resistances by 15%. And the debilitating roar, I took that with the healing upgrade. Unfortunately, I couldn't take any of the companion skills. I really like Poison Creeper, but it takes me out of werebear form, so I ditched it. And when I have over 50% fortify, earth skills deal 12% increased damage. This is mainly for Pulverize, increase the damage of Pulverize, and then increased healing in werebear form, and an overpower every 16 seconds in werebear form. And trample, this is pretty standard for the werebear build. And increased damage to elites, Pulverize, also increased damage, 12% increased damage to vulnerable enemies, and healing, heal you for like 3% healing from Pulverize again. So these are all mainly for Pulverize. And as I said, I picked the Grizzly Rage ultimate over Petrify, but I can always switch to Petrify because I have that helmet. And I picked Ursine Strength. Some builds go for Bestial Rampage, but I don't think it's better than like for the werebear form. I think this is probably more for the werewolf, permanent werewolf build. For the permanent werebear form, I like this a lot more. It has both survivability and damage. So increases your additional, you get an additional 20% at maximum life, and also while healthy you deal 25% extra damage and 25% increased overpower damage. So this is definitely the superior choice here when you're playing this build, when you're like focusing on overpower. And by way of overpower, I'm also using the overpower here, the Blood Boil, Curse Touch, pretty standard nowadays. For those who don't have another way of causing vulnerability. Prey on the Weak synergizes well with causing vulnerability here. Anticipation, yeah, this is for the ultimate skill, so to reduce the cooldown even further. And very unfortunately, I lost this advantage here. Your ultimate skills deal 12% increased damage for each nearby enemy affected by your damage over time skills effects. This was amazing with Poison Creeper. This was absolutely amazing with Poison Creeper. I loved it. But, well. And this is Hemomancy. This is a must for many classes. It's just a huge quality of life improvement. It heals you, but it's mainly for picking up like slightly distant enemies all around you, just one-shotting them sometimes. And this is Blood Boil. This is you know, 20 and overpower every 20 seconds, so even more overpowers and stuff. And these are currently my Paragon. Just a general look at Paragon. So I pick Spirit. For every 5 dexterity purchased within range, you deal 13.5% increased critical strike damage. And I took here Ancestral Guidance. After spending 75 Spirit, you deal 30% increased damage for 5 seconds. This is a very nice board that kind of works with many builds. I like it. I really like it. I took these increased maximum Spirit, and once again increased maximum Spirit. Increased core skill damage and basic skill damage and resistance, and core skill damage yet again. It's a lovely board. I love this board. Very versatile. Works with many builds and stuff. What did I put? Yeah, Fang. So I put here Fang and Claw grants 30% damage to all magic nodes within range, and if the upgrades are taken, the willpower. While in Werewolf or Werebear form, close enemies take 12% increased damage from you. I really love this one too. It synergizes well with my build. And then I took Survival Instincts. While in Werebear form, you deal 1% increased damage up to 50% for every 1% difference in current life percent between you and the enemy. So basically, the less life the enemy has and the more HP I have, the more damage I do to them in Werebear form. So this also synergizes well with my permanent Werebear form build. So yeah, and this one here, I prioritize this because it increases overpower damage while in and Werebear skill damage also. So this is very nice here, very nice upgrade. To like extra armor in Werebear, once again extra damage while in Werebear. Damage to healthy enemies here, and damage reduction while fortified here. So yeah, very nice board too. I like it. I think that's it. Let's get to it now. See how I perform. I really want the Butcher to show up in a few dungeons at least, so I want to just compare my performance on the Druid against. I want to compare my performance against the Butcher on the Druid with like other classes and stuff.
been feeding on me. My soul. Please, take it back from them. Let it end.
It's weird bug. Sometimes it happens. Look at this. It looks deformed or something. It's a weird bug. I think it's a bug. It's like he's holding a weapon. Bizarre.
That looks warm. I can fix it.
You want work done? Let's get started.
ones who get watched.
Yeah, that was what that's what I was hoping would happen. I just wanted to confirm that this is really what's going on here. I don't know. It's strange. I can kill the butcher much faster on my sorcerer and my necromancer. I don't know why. I think they designed the butcher so he has like a very high resilience to physical damage, which is not really cool. I mean, they are basically gimping certain classes this way, and it just took too long, way too long, like to down. And he's like as you noticed, like he gets this. It's not just the armor; he also heals. He self heals. Like the more damage he's doing, he heals. And I tried, to run around the pillars. Of course, the thing is, it's also dark. It's really dark. Like it's very difficult to see when he's doing like his certain move. In his like when he like pulls back to prepare for a headbutt and stuff. I don't know. But regardless, like I'd have to just do this pillars dance and like dance around him like for way too long. It just takes too long to kill with the druid, and it's really annoying. And you can see like there's a clear difference between my druid's ability to kill bosses at the end of the dungeon and to kill the butcher. It's like the butcher is more powerful than all the final bosses of all the dungeons. It's a strange design, really. Some sort of imbalance, I think. Freaking hell, man! I can't even like. I mean, I did miss this charge, the trample a few times, but I got her. Like you could see the last one. I got her, but I wasn't able to push her against the wall. Like to stun her for a while, and it takes so long. Freaking hell! To kill these enemies on this druid, so annoying. Did you notice how how my druid one shot that elite? This one here, the one with the ice, and that was because like an overpower here coincided with the core skill. You one shot him with overpower basically, and this is what annoys me is that these overpowers, like I'm standing there for like I don't know 2 or 3 minutes fighting the butcher. And the overpowers just aren't working. It's like he's like a mountain or something. You know, the overpowers aren't working on him. It's just so strange. This discrepancy, you know, like the spikes in the resistance to your damage. It's like a spike. You know, it's not expected. It's not something expected. It's something that happens, just shows up like this. You know, all of a sudden, and surprises you and makes you feel like, you know, your class isn't as effective as others, especially when other classes, you know, can handle the same situations much better. So just like, you know, like for example, my sorcerer, he can one shot or like basic almost one shot like many elites, kill them quickly. I mean, and when the butcher comes up, he doesn't kill him as fast, but he kills him like at a very compatible speed. You know, it's a speed that you can. Oh, you know, okay, so the elites die in, I don't know, 5 seconds or whatever. Sometimes, you know, the butcher is taking like 25 seconds to kill, or 20, something like that, you know. But then, you know, all of a sudden, like you can see like how it feels here. My druid is one-shotting these elites, and then the butcher comes up and he's like standing there for like 2 minutes fighting the butcher. You know, what the hell, man? Hey, hello, Ibrahim. Okay, all right, brothers. All right, brother. I'll add you. Hold on. All right, friend request sent.
See you again.
You can still use these. Yeah, I'm still collecting data about like to basically compare the performance of different classes and stuff. So I register like I time the runs. I time the runs and I like measure like the experience gained and stuff like that. I also like write down like which dungeon was done, what class, so on. Like, so, like that. I collect data like that just to. Of course, there are like official tiers, dungeon tiers for, like, you know, the best experience, the best dungeons for experience, and the best dungeons for glyph, like the best dungeons for leveling up or speed runs, and the best ones for glyph experience and so on. But you know, I still want to kind of, you know, collect my own data and like see how it works with my own gear on the various classes, and of course also how it feels for me, like how each class feels for me and stuff. This is why I always like I also was curious about like how much potent blood you can get from dungeons rather than having to go to the blood harvest, and you do get quite a bit, but it's different from dungeon to dungeon. Like certain dungeons that are vampire themed or that you meet, like you see vampires a lot in, obviously you can loot potent blood from enemies on those dungeons a lot more, like significantly more than you would go to for example a dungeon where usually like you wouldn't see vampires a lot, like, you know, the dungeons that have to do with demons and stuff like that. So yeah, you collect so this is why I come here to this screen, and I also like pop up and then I take a screenshot and I use that screenshot to collect the data.
You can still use these. Come back if you need the forge.
Well, let's have a look.
It is done.
Los and found los.
Yeah, I just realized that the world boss is in, well, 7 minutes now, 7 minutes and a half now, so I'm not gonna be able to finish this dungeon, like before the world boss starts. So I'm gonna have to delay the run until I do the world boss. I want to check which characters also haven't done this. Like they have which characters are eligible for the weekly bonus spoils. Apparently, it's gonna be Wandering Death. I don't know why it doesn't show like now. Like, even though it knows, like, for example, it shows you that the weekly bonus spoils, that you are eligible for weekly bonus spoils, but which boss is it, you know? It's just bizarre that Blizzard isn't like applying these things. I think if I log out, I'm gonna lose this. And I want to. I haven't been doing a lot of Heathen's Keep, so I want to do like more of them, more runs in it. So I don't want to lose that run. Oh man. And it's not even like 6 minutes isn't even long enough to do anything in the Hell Tide, for example. So it's pretty much nothing I can do here. I'll just take a break, guys, since that's the case. So yeah, I won't log out, so I'll do it with the Druid anyway, regardless of the other characters.
Hello.
Hello. Greetings.
Hello.
Okay, be right back, guys.
Greetings. appreciate that. Thanks.
Thank you. Farewell.
I appreciate that.
There's that.
incapable of lies, unless properly motivated. We have many useful tools to inflict pain upon these soulless beasts. Their screams, harsh and howling, eventually become like a song of truth. It is a blessing to be able to end their suffering and send their demented souls back to hell.
Alright, guys, so I think I had got a good idea about like how the druid compares to at least my two other candidates, candidate classes, to sort of main, to treat them as the main. And despite the druid, after like getting this werebear form and also after not just changing pulverize to an earth skill, but also giving it this shockwave effect, that extends its range very nicely. When that first happened, I really I really enjoyed the druid class, but its current performance, it's too sporadic in the sense that it's too spiky, as I pointed out here and there while playing. I can one shot plenty of elites with pulverize when it's when it coincides with a good overpower. But then with against the butcher, I'm just standing there for 2 minutes struggling to get his health down, HP down while he's healing and stuff. And also with some I think blood seekers and stuff, he's also not really effective against blood seekers. He doesn't kill them fast enough. So generally speaking, and it's also his speed also is not as fast and moving. The best I could do was just give him this 40% movement speed, and he's still not as really sort of mobile. He's not as mobile as other classes. So in a way, I think I'm not really going to give him that much attention. I think this probably might be my last stream of him for a while, maybe. That's at least my current impression and feeling about it. I'm not enjoying this spiky, sporadic performance, to be honest. And the rogue, I don't have complaints against his damage and stuff. He can take care of lots of enemies, but the problem is that he's just he doesn't have an effective way of gathering area of effect. Doesn't have an effective way of killing lots of enemies around him, spread around him. Most other classes, even this druid here, he got this Aridas inexorable will, where he pulls distant enemies toward him at the beginning of an ultimate and also 5 seconds after the ultimate. The sorcerer has also in the chest, in his unique chest, he has this ability that allows him to teleport and pull enemies toward him after teleporting. The necromancer has the tendrils, the corpse tendrils, pulls enemies toward the corpse. But then come to the rogue, he doesn't really have a way of gathering enemies that are spread around, so it's too hectic sometimes to play him. He's fast-paced. He's the fastest class ever, and as I said, he's quite effective in dispatching enemies, but his just area of effect performance makes his gameplay style it's more suitable for speedruns where you're just collecting glyph experience. You don't care about killing. The rogue is really nice with this, where you don't really care about killing enemies. You're just there to move from point A to point B. He's amazing for this, to be honest. So I might actually get back to him in that sense and kind of switch my gameplay a bit, not go for this completionist route, because I'm, if you noticed, I usually play completionist style, just because I want to, collect experience, see everything there is to see. I also intentionally look for the butcher to see to try to gauge my performance against him. So that's why you find me really going the completionist, quote unquote the completionist route when running dungeons, I try to like look in every nook and cranny as much as possible, at least within reason, and really clean the whole dungeon if possible. But this play style is very incompatible with the rogue, in my opinion, at least, and in my experience. So that's why I don't play him that much. And then the barbarian is also the same thing. I mentioned this yesterday. His area of effect performance is not very good when he's playing the Hammer of the Ancients build. There's of course the other build that's specialized in area of effect, but then your single target would be suffering a lot. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna stick with probably with the sorcerer. It's just his play style is kind of fast paced and at the same time like less hectic than other classes, a bit more chill, and I really like that. And at the same time, his damage is consistent, at least. That's the point. It's not just about like killing things fast or what have you, or being efficient. It's also about being predictable in a way. And this feels much better. Being able to predict his performance with bosses, with trash mobs, with the butcher. It's very, very very sort of reassuring to be able to predict his performance. So I think I'm gonna probably gonna stick to the sorcerer. So thank you for sticking with me, and hopefully I'll see you maybe even shortly. But it's something I have to do today, so I won't be able to stream for a little bit, at least for a short while. But otherwise, hopefully I'll see you soon, today, later. Thank you. Peace.